Usually when a decision to excommunicate a member from a cult has been made, it's usually just, one swift transaction. It's like, you're out of the cult. We are kicking you out of the commune that we're all living in, and we're going to have no further interaction with you. And once you're gone, we're going to stop talking about you. But apparently that's not how excommunication works in the Church of Feminism. This article entitled "On Laci Green and White Women's Betrayal" I found over at the HuffPo. HuffPo, of all places. I'm surprised BuzzFeed hasn't done anything on Laci Green. They probably have, I just haven't noticed it yet. So probably, maybe after when I'm done this, I'm going to go over to BuzzFeed and see what I can find. So hopefully that will keep you cringing on for a little bit longer here. Her actions carry a great deal of harm for many people that she claims to support. Okay, so what actions here? What actions are you talking about? And how are the people who she claims to support, how are they harmed? Some anecdotes would be very prevalent, would be very applicable here to, help the reader better understand the terrible, terrible sin that Laci Green has committed and why she must be crucified in front of Anita Sarkeesian. Just help the reader understand. Just don't say, no, she's bad. Help me better understand why I should hate Laci Green. But you're just saying she's bad. Leave her alone. She's bad, but we still have to gossip about her. She's bad. She's now an alt-right neo-Nazi white supremacist, but we still have to talk about her as much as possible because we have to break her. That's the thing. That's the thing here. You don't want Laci to gain any success. You want to take away as much success from Laci as possible. I'm not really wording that right, but you know what I mean. You want her to basically go away and never be heard from again. That's what you're trying to do here. You're trying to ruin her life. And over what? Over talking to people with different opinions? For fuck's sakes, I would talk to a legitimate neo-Nazi. If one was right in front of me, we would sit down, have a conversation. We might find a few things, probably not very much, in common. But, I know that's going to be taken out of context saying, oh, Steve Talon's a legitimate neo-Nazi now. He's gone full alt-right neo-Nazi and white supremacist now. I know that's exactly what's going to happen. Alright, so let's read this article a little bit. Laci Green is a significant force on YouTube. Her Sex Plus series has provided several people with accurate, non-judgmental sex education that is not often seen in the United States. Am I reading that wrong? Her Sex Plus series has provided several people with accurate, non-judgmental sex education that is not often seen in the United States. Okay, so no, I read that wrong. I think the editor should have a look at that. I would probably say thousands of people. Because, in terms of her sex education, I really support what Laci is doing. And I always have. I always have. Because I think sex education is something that really needs to be pushed. Comprehensive sex education. And yes, abstinence is still taught in comprehensive sex education. There's nothing wrong with knowledge. It's how you use it. And if you don't have knowledge, you're a lot likely to make misguided decisions or decisions that are based on poor information. So what would you rather have? You would rather have your kid having sex with no protection because they're going to get pregnant and they're going to get HIV anyway, so why not? Or would you rather have them have the right information? So, anyways, she has also made videos discussing gender equality intersectionality, and other social justice topics. Her videos had gained her a respectable following in addition to no small amounts of men's rights activist trolls, which led her to take a break. Wow, that is the exact opposite of what happened. Because if you watch Laci Green's video on the Red Pill, she was starting to see how social justice was starting to eat itself. That's exactly the opposite of what happened. Sure, the so-called men's rights activists took the piss out of her from time to time. But, you know, when it came to her sex education topics, we left her alone. I shouldn't say we, because I don't consider myself a men's rights activist, but many left her alone on those topics. People who would attack her on those topics are the religious right. So yeah, that's actually not what happened at all. It's the social justice community which led her to taking a break, not the men's rights activist trolls, as you would say. So get your fucking shit together. Like, it's not like you're trying to push narrative here at all. No. That's not what happening here at all. No. It's you're reporting what really happened. It's not like you're trying to push a narrative at all. Oh no. All MRAs are trolls. Okay, I got it. Thank you, HuffPost, for enlightening me. However, she recently returned to YouTube and made a video called "Taking the Red Pill," which I don't really think you watched, where she announced that she intends to have debates between alt-right figures to create dialogue. I love how "create dialogue" is in quotation there, and bridge the divide between those who advocate for social justice and those who oppose it. This inevitably led to a backlash from those who once considered her a friend and ally, mainly people of color and LGBTQ plus folks. After which she published a second video defending her actions, claiming that she felt attacked from all sides. Yeah, you're trying to break the apostate now. You are actively trying to destroy her life, and the social justice warriors will stop at nothing to destroy Laci's life. Like, in her second video, she even talked about the time when she used tranny on a video. I mean, everybody if you're watching my channel, everybody knows what you're talking about here. At the time that she used tranny in the video, and people were finding Google Street View images of her apartment and saying that they were going to come to her place and kill her, and essentially drove her to move all because she used the word tranny in a video. Now, let me ask you this. Does that sound like the actions of a rational person? Does it? We'll let you think on that. However, this behavior is not uncommon for white women, even those who hold progressive political views. Over the course of history, we have always chosen our race over our gender in order to advance our social standing and gain the respect of our male counterparts. Even if that means leaving women of color in the dust, as long as we get ours, what happens to everyone else doesn't matter. What the fuck do I say to this? Really? Like, what can I say to this? It's, oh my god. Like, she hasn't, like, okay, anyone at HuffPost should, if by any chance, by any miracle, someone at HuffPo be watching this video, I have to ask you this. Have you actually watched Laci's videos? The last three videos that she has now made. Okay. If you have, let me ask you this. Did you actually pay attention to them? And where has she said that she has actually changed any of her views? For fuck's sakes, this reminds me so much of book burning. In a way. Like, Laci shouldn't even be entertaining these ideas. because they are dangerous to the social justice cause and they need to be destroyed. They cannot be allowed to exist. And, fuck. That's sad. That's really sad. It isn't enough for us white women to just say that we stand with women of color. We must actually speak up even when it's uncomfortable to do so. Yeah, and Laci's done that. I mean, have you watched her I'm a Feminist video? Do you remember that? It's still on her channel. I mean, she still considers herself a feminist. She still agrees with you guys on the majority of topics. So why are we killing the apostate here? Why are we advocating burning Laci at the stake here? For fuck's sake, this isn't journalism. This is activism. Okay, whatever. White women betraying our sisters of color has become particularly a hot topic in the wake of the 2016 presidential election, in which 52% of our demographic voted for Donald Trump. Oh my god, it's almost like they have minds of their own! White women who lean left aren't free from criticism in this sort of behavior across all spectrums. We engage in the weaponization of our perceived innocence in order to further our status in the world. Fuck. So this is all what's in it for Laci, according to you. According to whoever the fuck wrote this article, Kelsey Ingram, Laci is only doing this to benefit her. So it kind of leads me to believe that you don't really understand Laci Green. You haven't been watching her videos at all. You don't really know anything about her. Now, I'm also going to say something that somewhat contradicts that. I actually am very wary of Laci's supposed red pilling here, but that's a topic for another video. But I don't know, it's the thought of Laci. I don't know. I know she's done really sketchy things in the past. But is this really to further her own agenda? Is this really just to make her look better? I mean, there might be that aspect to it, but I really don't think so. Anyways, examination of the toxic nature of white womanhood often leads to cries of misogyny. However, those making the claims that are missing a crucial point while critiquing white womanhood. It is whiteness that is being focused on as the problem that needs fixing. So we need to cure whiteness now. So how exactly do we do? How do we cure whiteness? How do we fix whiteness? Unbelievable. Like, do these people even hear what's coming out of their mouths? Being a part of a marginalized community does not mean that you don't benefit from systematic oppression in other areas. It isn't enough for us white women to just say that we stand with women of color. We must actually show up when we are needed, speak up even when it's uncomfortable to do so, and actively work against whiteness as a social construct so that liberation for all people can finally be achieved. We must also learn to hold our own accountable when they do something that harms marginalized groups, even if it's unintentional. Okay, so, like I said, what does this, how do we actively work against whiteness? I don't even understand what that means. Work against whiteness, it's a condition? Oh my god. These people, they're just spewing out bullshit. And saying okay, basically, if you're hating on white people, that's the cool thing to do now. Oh my god. Laci's decision to turn her back on women of color and LGBTQ plus folks is something that several white women have done, such as someone? Can you name someone else? But it doesn't change the fact that her actions carry a great deal of harm for many people that she claims to support. Okay, again, you're just repeating bullshit that you said earlier. What has she done specifically to harm other people, and how does it harm other people? Like, she hasn't really changed any of her opinions. She's maybe, like, on her newest video, which I realized that this article was written before her newest video came up. Like, it doesn't really seem to me like she's really changed any of her opinions. It seems to me like she's gained a deeper understanding of the issues. She's learned to look at it from more than one perspective. By validating their opinions of those who hold racist, homophobic, and transphobic views, Laci has shown that she is willing to put the well-being of those she cares about in jeopardy in order to increase her own status in a white supremacist patriarchal world. We can do better. It's time that we did. Okay, well, what are you proposing we do? Honest to fuck. Oh, God. That was the most painful article that says a whole bunch of words but doesn't really say anything. You're just saying, bad Laci, we condemn you. You're being excommunicated from the Church of Feminism. But that's really all you're saying. You're acting just like a cult, and the amazing thing is that these people don't even realize how much of a cult they're acting like. It's amazing. It is amazing. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. That's it for now. Talon out.